there is a question worth asking before you drag yourself or an elderly parent across town to a physiotherapy clinic when you are barely able to move. Should the physiotherapist be coming to you instead? Home visit physiotherapy is the right answer for more people than realize it. So let me explain exactly who benefits and how to know if it is the better choice for your situation. Let me start with the situations where coming to you is genuinely the smarter option. The first is anyone recovering from major surgery, particularly joint replacements, spinal surgery, or anything that leaves you with limited mobility in the first weeks. In that early window, getting in and out of a car and navigating a clinic is not just difficult, it can actually set your recovery back. Having the therapist come to you means your rehabilitation starts on time in the place where you are doing all your moving anyway. The second group is older adults, especially those with balance problems, frailty, or a recent fall. For them, the journey to a clinic is the single most dangerous part of the day, and the anxiety of it can be enough to stop them seeking help at all. A physiotherapist in the home removes that barrier entirely and gets to assess the person in the exact environment where their problems actually happen. That last point is more powerful than people expect. When I assess someone in a clinic, I'm guessing about their home. When I assess them in their home, I can see the real stairs they struggle with, the actual chair they cannot get out of, the bathroom that is a genuine hazard, the doorway that is too narrow for the walking frame. I can solve the real problem in the real place, not a generic version of it. The third group is anyone recovering from a stroke or living with a neurological condition that makes travel exhausting or impractical. For them, the goal is to function better in daily life at home. So training in that home, with their own furniture and their own routines, makes the rehabilitation directly relevant. The fourth is the simple matter of practicality. New parents who cannot easily leave the house, people whose pain is currently too severe to travel comfortably, anyone whose schedule or caring responsibilities make clinic appointments nearly impossible. For all of them, removing the travel is what makes treatment actually happen rather than getting endlessly postponed. Now let me be honest about where a clinic is the better choice, because home visits are not always the answer. A clinic has equipment that a home does not. The gym setup, the larger weights, specialized machines, sometimes a treatment pool. If your rehabilitation is at the stage where you need heavy progressive loading or specialized equipment, the clinic gives you tools the home cannot. For a fit, mobile person who can travel easily and needs that equipment, the clinic is usually the right call. The honest way to think about it is in stages. Early on, when you are least mobile and the priority is restoring basic functions safely at home visits often make the most sense. Later, as you get stronger and more independent and need heavier loading to finish the job, transitioning to a clinic can be the natural progression. For many people, the answer is not one or the other for the whole journey. It is the right setting for the right stage. Here is how to decide for your own situation. Ask yourself how difficult and how risky the journey to a clinic genuinely is right now. Ask whether your main goals are about functioning in your own home, in which case being assessed, there is a real advantage. And ask what stage of recovery you are in, because that tells you whether you need the home environment or the clinic equipment more. If traveling is hard, if the risk is real, or if your goals are rooted in your daily home life, home visit physiotherapy is very likely the right choice for you. Let me address the two worries that stop people choosing it when it would genuinely suit them. The first is the assumption that a home visit must mean compromised treatment, that without the clinic equipment, you will get a lesser service. For the early and middle stages of most recoveries, that is simply not true, because the work that matters most is movement retraining and progressive exercise that needs your body weight and a few simple tools, not heavy machines. The smartest approach for many people is to start with home visits while mobility is poor and the priority is safety. then transition to a clinic later if heavier loading is needed. That gives you the right setting for each stage rather than forcing one choice for the whole journey. The link in the description explains how home visit physiotherapy works and helps you decide whether it fits your situation.